So let's not think about the upgrade system now. Let's just create a boss. And for that, we want to go to our game manager, because when we fight the boss, we want to stop spawning monsters, normal monsters. Um, and we need a counter. So when the boss fight starts, we need a counter for that. And I'm not sure how it is in the original game. We'll just give it some random value. And then we have to create one more tower. I don't know yet what that will be, but we need one more, so we have 5. And then we can get into the upgrade system. Let me find the game manager. We have a bunch of scripts here. And also, sometimes we have bugs with the projectiles. The projectiles sometimes stop moving and they get stuck somewhere between the tower and the enemy. And to fix that, I think we should have a script that deletes those projectiles after some time, which should be bigger than the travel time. So for that, let's create a script that will destroy these projectiles. So now the projectiles will have a lifetime. So let's create that here. Scripting, mono behavior, lifetime. We call it lifetime. And this will vary from projectile to projectile, because some travel faster than others. So I have to check and see how fast they travel from the tower to the enemy, and then we can give this a value. So we'll add this to all projectiles. And this script will be very simple. We just count in the update, and when it reaches the limit, we delete it. Not that complicated, but it's necessary because we have some bugs, and I'm not sure why. So we fix it like this for now, and think about what the issue is later. So we can delete the start, and here we just say public counter, float counter, and counter limit. And we do need the start function, so we can say that the counter starts from 0. And in the update, we just count the time, so time delta time, which is the time difference between frames. And then we check if it reaches the limit. So if this counter is bigger than the counter limit, we just destroy game object. And now we can add this to all projectiles. And then we'll give it some value, and then we can get into the boss fight. And let me see my browser 1 second, because I believe we have some effects here. For the bosses, yes, this one, hyper casual visual effects. We'll add that to our project, some visual effects. Okay, let's go to the projectiles in our prefabs. Tower effects here. We have 3 projectiles, the Reaper, Wizard, and the Cucumber. And we'll just add the lifetime script. And let's do that. Actually, see how I don't know how long is the travel time. We'll just give it like 2 seconds. The same for this one, the Reaper projectile. Now this one, I just give them all 2 seconds. Okay, so now we should not see projectiles stuck between the tower and the enemies. So it's time to download some animations, some effects. So let's search for hyper casual, this one. quite small, just 1 MB. So these must be made with sprites. Okay. Now we have it somewhere inside this. Let me see what. Yes, this one. Materials, models, prefabs. Let's see. We're looking for a debuff. We want one of the buses will transform all the towers into another random tower of the same combined level. Let's do that boss first. So we need an effect for that. Let's see. We'll test all of these. Oh, all right, but that's too big. Let's try. And when you rescale an effect like this is with the particle system. You can't just select the parent. You have to select the children as well when you do this. Let's try like dimensions, and let's see that again. And now we cannot see it because it is in the incorrect layer. So here in the renderer we have to go and see where it says here ordering layer. Let's just put a big number here and see. So let's see that again. That's interesting, but I'm not sure this is what we want. But let's do it the other way. Let's just double click this and see it in here. But it's not clear how this looks. Okay. Let's see another one. Confetti. This looks 3D to me. Let's paste that in the scene and test it. This looks 3D. Yeah, that looks 3D. We cannot use this one. Prefabs, dust confetti area. This. So now we're looking for an effect that we will place over the tower when it changes into another tower, another tower. But remove that. Yes. So check this. Let's take this one. That looks nice. But I don't want this to loop. I just want this to happen once. So let's select all of these, and there is a setting here looping. Okay, let's see without the loop. Okay, why doesn't it work? Let's see. We did say no looping, but it still loops for some reason. So maybe unpack this. Alright. I like it, but it still loops. So we have this option here. This is nice. Let's see another one. Check, put it outside. This one is nice. Let's try the green version. This is also nice. Good to know we have this. So that's water, dust, and also spot. And one more. Or did we check this already? This is very nice, but I don't see how we can use this. We'll see about this later. So the one I like the most is the actually two this here, the dust. This is nice, but the problem with this is that it loops. I don't like that, so I think we'll use this one, and I believe we'll use the green version. Yeah, we'll use this one. I like this one. Let's unpack. We'll call this first. Let's create the boss actually. Um, so it will be the same as the enemy, but it will also have its specific behavior. So for that, we can actually copy an enemy prefab from our prefabs. Okay, and now we'll just adapt it a little bit. So first we need to change the animations. Let's find some sprites for that, for our first boss. Let's see here, captain. Yeah, let's use this one. Is this title? Yes. So this is captain. Oh, sorry, the same. Okay. Let's unpack this so it's no longer a prefab. And now these sprites should be two things. First, these are single sprites. That's the first thing that we need to do. And then we say that these no filter, so we can see every pixel of this image. Now we'll add one sprite so we can see it in the scene. And as you can see, this is a little bit too big. Um, so let's resize that just a little bit, something like this. Now we'll have to reposition some of these components. The box collider, this will be for the projectiles. Something like this. All right. And then the feed collider, which this is used to change the direction once it reaches a corner. So resize that as well a little bit. Something like this. All right. The HP should be here. Something like this. Damage text position, that seems to be okay. Now we have to I actually have to open the original game and check how much HP this the bosses have, right? So if you just give me 2 minutes, I have to check that in the original game. And then this will be an enemy, and then we'll add a specific behavior on top of that in a separate script. But we'll need a reference to the game manager. And in the game manager, we'll also need to modify it a little bit so that we know that we have a list or an array of the towers that are present on the map. Okay, let me see this once again. Excuse me, guys, but this will take 2 minutes. By the way, I highly recommend that you download the original game. It's called Rush Royale on Google Play. Okay. Meanwhile, while I try to find the value, meanwhile, you guys can think of maybe another type of tower. We need a fifth tower, so that the game is playable. So you can think about that. Maybe give me some suggestions. So guys, but I have to play the actual game to see the boss health. I should have done this before, but And also we want to have some UI that displays how much time we have until the boss. And also this game will be for different resolutions, so we'll have to make a function that will adapt this to all resolutions, so that the boss UI and the coin UI are both visible, and the whole path. We want to make sure that everything is visible. All right, time to see. Okay, so it seems that it is 50 times the health, the normal health. That's good to know. Okay, so first thing we need to modify that game manager a little bit, because right now when we create a tower, either by spawning it or combining, we do not save these towers to a list anywhere. We just have the holders, and actually that could be enough. That could be enough that we have the tower holders, because the towers are children of this, so we can use this. It's not perfect, but we can use this. So let's go to wait. We did not create a specific behavior. So let's do the animation first for this boss. So we create a controller, call it the same. So captain. We add this here in our animator, and now we can create animations. We want an idle and the run. Okay, here, captain idle. We just drag all the sprites. That should be 20 frames per second. Let's zoom in, see how that looks. Yep, that looks nice. And now the run animation happen 20 frames as well. We have to go do the same. We have to make sure that these are single images here, and then filter mode points. That filter mode point is for pixel art, so that we see all the pixels. Let's see how that looks. Yep, that looks nice to me. Now let's see. We need the transition from idle to run, and for that, let me see the other enemies. Yes, so we just need a parameter called is running. So let's create a parameter of type bool is running, and from idle to run we want this to be true, and from run to idle we want this to be false. And also this is not, we want the run animation to be the default, so we right click and set as layers default state. Now this is the default. Okay, we need a specific behavior now, so let's go to where is it? Yes, the script folder. Create new script. Yeah. Let me see what you got here. Oh, nothing. If you guys have questions or suggestions, you can also, while I do this, you guys can think about a new type of tower. Maybe we need one more tower. I don't have any, I don't know. I don't have this inspiration. I don't know what we should do. So now we can add the script here. like this. And now in our game manager, we do have the tower folder. So we with this we can yes, 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 level money spawning tower. Oh yeah, that actually is a tower in the original game. The money spawning tower. So we can do that. That's a good idea. We'll do that actually. But first, yes, we do not need anything because we have the tower holders. Um, so let's go to the captain script. Where is it? I cannot see. It's actually not open. We have to say edit script. Okay, and first let's get a reference to our enemy script. So enemy script, and in the start function we get it. So get component enemy or type enemy. Now we have this the enemy script in a variable, and in this enemy script we also have a reference to the game manager. So that's good. Now we need a function here after the update. Void um, transform towers random. Um, and in here we first need to get all the towers that we have. Uh, so we'll have to find that first. We don't know. But before that, let me see in the game manager. Where is it? Let me put it here in the captain script. Let's look at the spawning function 1 second because so spawn a random tower. Yes, and also spawn combined tower. Combined level tower holder. Spawn point. What is the spawn point? 1 second, please. Oh, I'm looking at this because we don't want to spawn a random tower of combine one. We want to spawn a random tower of the same combine level. Let me see here. Spawn combine towers. Yeah. Spawn combined tower. So we spawn the effect then. Let me see if we do this here. Spawn combined. Yes, we do that actually. Yes. All right, we can use this here. That's good to know. Yep. Let's do that. So the first thing we need to do is to get all the towers. So for that we'll create a list here. List because we don't know. You use lists when you don't know how many items you want to have in the list. Arrays are used for fixed amount of when you know how many items you need. So we want an array of type. Let's see. Actually, yes, we want a list of towers a list. Alright, and this is a new list. I have to say here new list. Okay, and let's see, we have an error. Yeah, we have to add this here, system collections. Okay, now it will work. So let's comment it because it's complicated. So create a list for towers. Add all towers to the list. So we go from we want the game manager script here. So let's just say here game manager is equal to that enemy script. But actually, let me just put this outside the function here. And in the start function, we say that this is equal to enemy script game manager, like this. Okay. So we don't need to write this here. So now for int 0 to tower holders length plus plus. Oh, my bad. Game manager dot tower holder. So the tower holder from the game manager script. And now we have to check if we do have a tower. So let's say tower holder script is equal to game manager tower holders. I like this. And now that we have this, we check if the tower holder is empty, and we want this to be not empty, so put the not symbol here. So if it's not empty, that means we have a tower. And now we need to actually, I'm looking at this and I think yeah, I think we just add the towers. So 1 second. So if it's not empty, we add it to the list, tower list, add, and now we add tower holder, transform get child 0 game object. So what does this mean here? Let me explain. Actually, not game object, but the tower. So get point tower, because this is a list of type tower. So let's go through this again. We create the list. We go through all tower holders, see if they are not empty. And if they are not empty, we just add the tower to the list. Now that you have the list, it's time to delete all of these towers and then replace with new ones. So now we say for int, can I use the same? Yeah, actually can use the same name for this. So now we go from 0 to the tower list length, which is count for list. So arrays use length, this uses count, but it's the same thing. It's the size of this list. Okay, and now we first spawn the new tower. Why? Because we need to know the position where we spawn it. So we first spawn and then destroy the the tower in that place. But to do that, we need to know the combined level of that of each tower actually, which is not a problem because we do have them in this list of type towers. So we can just say here. Yes, so let's comment this. Spawn new tower. So let's use the function from the game manager, this one. So spawn combined tower. Let's copy paste this here. But we have to say game manager. So game manager dot this function. And it seems that looks like it's not public. Let me see. It is not public, so we cannot use it. We have to say public here. and now we can use it from outside the game manager. So first thing, the spawn point. The spawn point will be the tower list I dot transform position. Then the combined level, which is this combined level. So the tower combined level, and the tower holder, we need this because we want to make this tower child of that holder. Let me see if the script is correct first. Yes, it is correct. So we need a holder, but you see, we do not have the holder. So let's create a list for the holders as well. Or actually, wait. I think I'm stupid. We do have the holder here, which is the tower parent, right? So this transform parent. But why doesn't it work? Oh, just transform like this. Sorry, transform list, transform parent. Cannot convert transform to tower holder. Oh yes. So here we have to say the component, the tower holder component. So get component tower holder, and now it works. You see, because here we get the tower holder, and but why, I do not know. Let me see. Actually, why do we need the whole the component, not just the transform? Transform. I don't know, but this is how it is. So now we spawn the new tower, but before that we want to spawn the effect, the visual effect, which is this here. Let me show you. So you see this, but it is right now, it is too big. It is too big. We have to resize it 0.25. Let's see. But wait, if you do that, we have to do that for the children as well. So 0.25. Let's see that again. Well, now it looks, it's not working now. Let me try that again. So it's not working anymore. Let's see, maybe we just need to do it for the parent actually this time. Let me see that. I don't know why it doesn't work. Oh, it does work actually. Yep, we can just say this. Let's see that on the terrain there, and also let's change the order to something big like 10. So and do the same for this. So 10 here as well. I don't know. I don't really like this one, to be completely honest. Let me see. Um, we do have a bunch of other animations. Let's see. Perhaps this dust maybe. Looks nice, but it's a loop. So let's see. We have sprites here. Some we have effects. So inside here we should find something. Yeah, with this looks nice. but let me see all of them. Bullet effects. Let me open that and see. Oh, these are something different. See this one. I don't know why it asks me to select. Yep. All right. We'll use something from this one. Let me see. Okay, let's try this one. We just have to resize it first. Now the question is, we have to do this for the children or just yeah, just this one and it works. Now let's place it on the scene and resize that. Sorry, replace the order here to 10 or something. Yep, that's good enough for me. Maybe even smaller. Let's try that again. Yep, that looks nice. Unpack this, so it's no longer a prefab. I will say this transform towers effect. Now we can save it in our prefabs, but not our effects. Let's say make another folder here. Effects, just effects. Okay, now we have that. We can go to our captain script and add that effect here. So public game object transform towers effect. And before we create the new tower, we want this effect here. Spawn effect. So instantgate this effect at the same position. So tower list this one. Oh, sorry. Not that, but this here, this position. And then no rotation. Okay, and now we can destroy the tower that was there before. So destroy previous tower, meaning this or not destroy this that game object, and that should be it actually. Now we want this effect to happen with a cooldown. So let's say a public float transform counter limit. Wait. So we start counting from 0. The start function, we give this counter the value 0. In the update, we count time in this counter, so plus equal time delta time, and then we check if it reaches the limit. So if this it's bigger than the limit, right? So if it is bigger than the limit, we reset the counter, so this becomes 0 again, and then we transform the towers like this. So that's it. Now we need to go to our game manager and decide when do we want to spawn this when we want to have the boss fight. And I believe somewhere in here we do have a bull to stop spawning to stop spawning normal enemies. Where is the spawn function actually? Spawn. Where is that? Oh, here. Yeah. Okay. But this works only if we can increase HP. Where is that? Yeah, it is true by default. Okay. So we need a counter for the boss. Let's say here boss stuff. So first public float boss time, and also public float boss counter. The counters obviously, actually the counter starts this time will decrease. We will not go from 0 to the boss time. We will decrease from the time. So go from the time to 0. So this will be equal to boss time by default. Right, and in the update here, we'll say boss counter minus equal time delta time. So this time we decrease from the time until we reach 0, and then we can spawn the boss. So if this is bigger than 0, oh sorry, if it is smaller than 0, equal to 0 like this. Right, then we reset it, so this becomes boss this one boss time again, and but we only want to do this. We only want to do this if or actually, yeah, we do this while we can increase HP. Yes. So first we check if you can increase HP. So this is the HP of this means, so the monsters, their HP gets bigger over time. So that's what this does. We can copy paste this in, and then in here we say this is false now. Okay, and this will stop the enemies from spawning. You see, when we spawn enemy, we check if we can increase HP. So if this becomes false, then we stop spawning enemies. So now we can spawn our boss. But what I wanted to do is here in the beginning, we have to select a boss, a random boss from an array. Right now we only have this boss, but in the future we want to select a random boss from multiple options. So in here, let's create an array of game object. Bosses prefabs. Bosses prefabs. Just say boss prefab. And also want public int boss index. And in the start we want to say that this boss is equal to random range 0, and then the length of that array. So we can select a random boss. Now that we have the index, we can spawn it. So in here we want to say spawn boss done it, so random one we created that random number boss index, and the position, let's see from the spawn function, the spawn enemy's position, and then no rotation. So quaternion So now we spawned the boss. But let's do a couple of things. First, let's go to the the game object in the inspector. So the boss game object, we want to say that this is the boss. In here, yes, so we must check this. But when we spawn it, we also want to do this stuff here. This stuff. So let's copy paste that. Replace this here. Because the thing is, we want to get the enemy script, give it HP, and then let me see 1 second. Yes. So this will have 50 times the HP. So this multiplied by 50, like this. Okay. Now let me see that enemy script. Where is it? Let me put it here so I can see it. If it is boss, then we want to where is it, on destroy here, you see. If it is boss, then we want to enable the monsters to spawn again. But we need some UI that will display when the boss spawns. So we'll create that now. We'll use a canvas in world space. So UI canvas, we'll call this boss canvas. Not overlay world space, ordering layer above everything. All right, but you see this is huge, so we have to say make it 1 1. This. Let's see where it is right now. We have to reposition it a little bit. I want it below the towers. So here. Now we'll resize this a little bit. Something like this. And for this we need two things. An image that will represent the boss. So let's say here boss image, and then we want some the name of the boss. But first let's resize that a little bit. Actually, let's move that a little bit like this, but resize it a little bit, 0.8. Okay, that. Okay, let's do that again. UI image, suppose image, or not image, but icon. Let's say icon. Oh, I made a mistake here. Let's just say that this is 0.8, like this. Okay. 0.5. So this will be the image. Then we need a text. So the name of the boss. 0.5. 0.5. 1. 0.1. Yeah. This will be black. Centered. Or let's make it white. Increase that a little bit. This will be the name of the boss. Now uh, the timer, but before that, let's give it another font. I don't like this one. So this will be the boss name texts, and then we need the counter. Actually, what am I doing, guys? I can just duplicate this boss counter. Okay, like this. Let's see if that is okay. I want this maybe to slightly smaller. Wait, wait. Let's say here auto size from 0.1 to 0.2. Okay, now the counter is correct as well. Let's see how that looks on. Okay, so now we have the UI. We need to create anchors here so that these are in the same place and the same size on all resolutions. So let's do that for the image first. We just place the anchors on the corners of the image. Same for the text. Okay. Now for this is the counter. By default, the anchors are in the middle of the canvas. Okay. Now we need to save all of this in our game manager so we can modify them. Right. So we want all of everything, the canvas and each of these UI elements. So to do that, let's go to UI and say public game object was canvas. Now public image was icon, public DMP text, boss name text, and then another text boss counter counter text. Okay, and when we do count here, you see we decrease from this. We also want to update the UI. So in here we'll say wait, by the way, we need to to give these a value here in the beginning. So let me just say this boss UI. So the boss icon will be the boss icon image or sprite. Yes, sprite. This will be equal to the boss. Wait. Yes, the boss prefabs, and then we select the index that we created, boss index, and then we select the sprite, or rather get component sprite renderer, and then we get the sprite. So we selected the sprite. Now we need that name. So the name will be equal to that prefab's name, like this. And then the counter will start with that boss time. So in here we just say this is equal to, but you see we want to know the minutes and it actually should take 2 minutes. The time to spawn. So we wait 2 minutes to spawn the boss. But we want to make a function for updating that time. So let's say here void convert seconds to uh, to text, and we need the amount of seconds. So float number seconds. Okay. So in here, if that number of seconds is bigger, so let's say here float string. This will not is not a void, actually it's a string, because we will return. We want to convert seconds to string, right? So let's see here string results. So if the number second is bigger than 60, f, because it's a float, then we want to know float, or not float actually, an int. One second, I have to think about this. All right. We want to know how many times we have to divide by. Yes, so we'll do it like this. Int number minutes will be equal to matf floor to int, and then we want that number of seconds divided by 60 seconds. So the number of minutes will be the number of seconds divided by 60, and then we floor it to it, so the closest int. So that's the number of minutes, and then int number of seconds. Seconds here actually, and then the number of seconds will be the total minus that times 60, like this. Okay, but we want this to be an int here, so mat f floor to int, right? And here we want seconds, not number seconds. So and now we can create that string. So the string will be equal number of minutes this we convert it to string plus 2 dots, right? And then plus the number of seconds. But you see, we have to do it. We have to do it depending of how many seconds are in here, right? So if the number of seconds is bigger or equal to 10, then we want to say that the string is equal to so we want to convert those seconds to a text. So if it is bigger than 10, then we want number of minutes to string plus that symbol, the points, and then just number seconds seconds to string, right? But if this is smaller than 10, then we want the same. But instead of this, we just add a 0, like this. All right, and if it is lower than 1 minute, if it is bigger, if it is sorry, smaller than 60 seconds, then we want to display the time the sync. Uh, so if seconds is bigger than 10, then the result is equal to 0, like this, and then plus number of, or rather seconds to string. But if it is lower than 10, then we say the same, but we add a 0 here. Okay, and then at the end we return that string, so return result. And here when we set the time, so boss counter text, it starts from convert to seconds, and then we specify the counter, so like this. But we have to say that text here. Okay, so that's the initial, we set it at the start of the game. But here when we decrease time from this, let's also do that there. So convert, we do that every frame inside here. Okay, all right. But when the boss fight starts, we want to disable the canvas, the count, where is it? Yes, the whole canvas. So the boss UI want to disable it. So here, let's say, so let's comment this, reset counter, disable monster spawn boss, but also let's disable boss UI. So this becomes set active false. Okay. And here on destroy, we want to say start new monster wave. So to do that, let's see, we say that this HP so this becomes true again. Yes, this becomes true. So in the enemy script, if it is boss, so only if it is boss, if is boss, then let's say enable monster spawn. So game manager that killing is equal to true. All right. We cannot access due to its protection level, so we need to make that pool. Yes, here we make it public. Okay, and also we want to reset that counter. So this becomes this becomes post time again. And also we want to update the UI. Uh, in our enemy script, we want to say in here, update boss UI. So first thing, let's get a random index. So to do that, we need the integer random index, random boss index equal. So we go from 0 to game manager boss prefabs length like this. Okay, and then we just copy that from the start here. So this, and also we need to enable the canvas again. So let's see. Just have to add the game manager to all of these. Because these are variables from the game manager, so we have to add that at the beginning, like this. And at the end, we want to we cannot access that due to its protection, so that convert seconds to text needs to be public as well, like this. Now at the end here, we just say game manager boss canvas is true, set active, so we enable the canvas. Now let's see if we, it's time to test now. Right, time to test. We have to do a couple of things first. So we need to add all of these UI elements. We have to add them to the game manager. All right, so yes, the boss prefabs. So let's create a new folder here. So the process. So inside here, let's save that boss. And now we can add it to our game manager. So let's add that here. Okay, now let's add the canvas, the icon, name, the boss name, and the counter. And set that boss time to 2 minutes. So that means 120 seconds. And yeah, I guess it's time to test now. Let's see. Oh, I forgot one important thing actually. I forgot something. Yeah, I forgot something very important. Actually, we need to that boss, when it targets the towers, needs to have an effect. Let me see if it has that. Nope. So we have to drag this here. All right, and let's say like 7 seconds for now. Let's see. Okay, time to test. But also one more thing before that. Let me see the enemy script. Yes. Okay. So how do we do this? Let me see. because we want to stop the running animation and stop the uh, yes, we want to stop the movement of this boss. Uh, so this will no longer be a function. We want to stop the boss. Okay, so this will become a coroutine, and inside here we want to do a couple of things. One is um, yes, so um, velocity, yes, so vector 2 velocity will be equal, so this is the move speed, will be equal to the enemy script rigid body linear velocity. 1 second, I have to drink a little bit of water. Yes, so we want to save the velocity before we stop the movement. We say uh, we save the velocity, then we stop the movement. So let's actually comment this. So get last movement speed, last velocity. Then we want to stop velocity body. So this becomes vector to 0. We want to disable. Excuse me, guys. 1 second. Let me know if you can hear me, guys, and we'll continue. We disable the run animation. So to do that, we say that the enemy script animator. Right, but we have a problem here because that animator here is not public. So let's make that public first, and then we can say set bool is running equal to false. And let me see one thing here. It seems that actually I want to see something. 1 second. Let me check something first because it seems to me that uh, wait 1 second. Yes, here. So after that we just say wait some time. Uh, so yield return new, wait for a second, and then in here we wait like 2 seconds. Then we do this stuff here, and at the end we copy this. So the velocity will be back to its original value. So velocity. So set velocity to last save, and then enable run animation. So this is true. And I don't see why this does. Oh, yes, of course. We have to add that. So instead here we'll just restart coroutine. Okay. But I have a feeling that the enemies are not in the run animation by default. They might be in the idle animation by default. Let's see. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, let's see that. Let's see that actually. It is in the run animation, but why are these not working actually? Because this is for there are okay, I see. Okay. So we made a mistake. In here in the enemy script, uh, where is the enemy script actually? I cannot see it. I do not see it. Let me see. Yes, the enemy script. All right, let's see that actually. Okay, got you. In here, when we spawn it, when we spawn the master, we want to say in here that the animator set that the bull is running is equal to true, so that these uh, so that we use the run animation. Okay. So it's time to test and see if everything works. All right. And if this works, then we can stop for today. Once this works, we'll stop for today. But please let me know if you can see the screen and you can hear me, because I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's see. Time to test. Okay, let's see that. Seems to work quite well. Time to see the boss fight. Oh, you see, that's not. Wait. You can see that we have a bug here on the. Uh, you see that time. It is bugged. It is bugged the time. So let's see where exactly it is. It's in Game Manager here. Yes, the result is not correct. Let's see why that is. Yes, here is the issue. You see, uh, these seconds are floats. So we have to say matf floor and then to string. Yes, this needs to be an int, not a float. Like this. Yes. All right, but I will stay like 10 minutes and then I have something to do. Sorry about that. So let's see if this works. Unpause. Yeah, now that fixes it actually. Let's see that boss in 30 seconds. Okay, it's time to. Oh, wait, what? Oh, uh, we made a very big mistake in the Reaper projectile script because it died instantly to that Reaper. Let's see, tower effects. Yes. Uh, where is it actually? Yes, here you see if it's killed instantly, we just kill it, but we only want to do this uh, if if that enemy is not boss, is boss. So if it is not boss, only then we want to be able to kill it. Yep, that's okay. Yeah, that should fix it. And to not waste time, let's just give that timer a smaller value so we can actually go to the boss faster. Okay, so in here, let's say what did I just say? 5 seconds. Okay, so we can see the boss. Let's see. All right, now the boss. Oh, yep, that works. Well, that actually works well. But there are two things that we need to change. Uh, we want that boss to move slower. So let's go to move speed. Set that to 1, and also this maybe 5. The transform duration duration between transforms. Okay, let's say 10 seconds so we have some reaction time. Okay, let's see. Now this should be killable now. Oh, we have a issue, but I'm not sure what that is. Seems oh, let me try that again. Actually, I cannot see the transform when. Oh, I see. There's a issue with so here in the captain. So when we Oh, actually, that is okay. That is correct. So I don't know why it does not transform the towers. Excuse me 1 second, please. Oh, that actually works. Okay, so the boss works, guys. Excuse me 1 second, my cat. About that. Uh, so it seems that everything works. I'll just here in the game manager, let me set that. Uh, yes, the boss time here to 2 minutes like the original game. So I guess we made quite a lot of progress. We created the boss mechanic, and I think we're done for today. Okay. Thank you, Lemon Goose, Sergio, and the other guy that was here before. Thank you very much for being here. I will upload this soon to YouTube. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.